The movie begins in the quiet fishing town of Southport, North Carolina. It's the 4th of July, and four close friends are celebrating what should be one of the happiest nights of their lives. Julie James is intelligent and responsible. Ray Bronson is hardworking and deeply cares about Julie. Helen Shivers has just been crowned beauty queen, and Barry Cox is confident, loud, and always looking for excitement. The future seems bright for all of them. As fireworks light up the night sky, none of them realize their lives are about to change forever. After the celebrations end, the friends pile into a car and head home along a dark coastal highway. They're laughing, joking, and enjoying the moment. Then disaster strikes. Something suddenly appears in the road. The driver loses control. A loud impact echoes through the night. The car comes to a stop. Silence. The group steps outside. Lying on the road is a man. Panic immediately takes over. The friends argue about what to do. Calling the police seems like the obvious choice. But fear begins clouding their judgment. They're terrified of prison, terrified of losing their futures, terrified of the consequences. Then they notice something unsettling. The man appears to move. He's alive, at least for a moment. Instead of helping him, the group makes a decision that will haunt them forever. They place the man's body in the trunk of the car, drive to a nearby dock, and throw him into the ocean. As the dark water swallows the evidence, the friends swear never to speak of the incident again. The secret is buried, or so they believe. 1 year later, the consequences begin. Julie is no longer the happy young woman we met at the beginning. The guilt has followed her everywhere. She's withdrawn, anxious, and unable to forget what happened. Her relationship with Ray has fallen apart. The once inseparable group barely speaks anymore. The secret didn't just change one night. It changed all of them. Then one day, Julie receives a mysterious letter. Her hands shake as she opens it. Inside is a simple message. I know what you did last summer. Immediately, she knows exactly what it means. Someone knows. Someone has discovered the truth. And suddenly the nightmare begins all over again. Julie returns home and reunites with the others. At first they try to stay calm. Maybe it's a prank. Maybe someone is guessing. Maybe it means nothing. But deep down, none of them believe that. Because the message is too specific, too personal. Someone knows exactly what happened on that road. And whoever it is has chosen the perfect moment to strike. The friends begin investigating. Who could have seen them? Who could know their secret? Who sent the letter? The answers aren't easy to find. Every lead seems to end in confusion. Every clue raises even more questions. Meanwhile, the feeling of being watched becomes impossible to ignore. Barry soon becomes the first target. The anonymous figure starts tormenting him. Threatening messages appear. His confidence slowly disappears. For the first time, Barry realizes he cannot fight his way out of this situation. The enemy is invisible, and that's what makes them terrifying. Anyone could be the stalker. Any stranger could know the truth. Every shadow becomes suspicious. Every unfamiliar face feels dangerous. The paranoia starts consuming all of them. Julie refuses to give up. Determined to uncover the truth, she starts digging deeper into the past. During her investigation, she discovers a name, Ben Vilish, a local fisherman connected to a tragic accident years earlier. The more she learns, the stranger things become. According to the information she uncovers, Ben Willis supposedly died. Yet somehow the events happening now seem directly connected to him. Nothing makes sense. And the deeper she digs, the more dangerous the situation becomes. It's as if somebody is watching her. Every move, waiting, patiently, for the right moment. Then the violence begins. A figure wearing a dark raincoat emerges from the shadows, armed with a large hook. Silent, relentless, terrifying. The killer doesn't leave warnings anymore. The killer starts taking lives. What once seemed like a mystery transforms into a fight for survival. Suddenly, every character understands the truth. This isn't about exposing a secret. This is revenge. Pure and simple. Someone wants them to suffer. Someone wants them afraid. And someone won't stop until every person connected to that summer night is gone. As fear spreads through Southport, friendships begin breaking apart. Trust disappears. Everyone becomes a suspect. What follows is one of the most suspenseful sequences in the entire movie. Helen finds herself desperately running through town. The streets feel empty. The buildings feel abandoned. Every second matters. Every turn could lead to safety or directly into danger. Viewers can't help but hold their breath. The sequence feels painfully real. You want her to escape. You want her to survive. But the killer is relentless. Always there. Always closing the distance. And the tension becomes almost unbearable. Meanwhile, Julie and Ray finally begin putting the pieces together. The truth about Ben Willis slowly emerges. What happened on that highway wasn't an isolated event. The climax unfolds aboard a fishing vessel surrounded by dark ocean waters. The setting feels perfect. The sea that once hid the group's secret now becomes the place where everything comes full circle. The stormy atmosphere adds to the tension. The isolation makes escape nearly impossible. And for the first time, the killer steps fully into the light. No more hiding. No more mysteries. Only confrontation. Julie must face the consequences of the choice she made a year ago. The final showdown is filled with suspense. Every moment feels uncertain. Every decision could mean life or death. The story reaches its emotional peak as guilt, fear, regret, and survival collide. Eventually, the nightmare appears to end. The survivors believe it's finally over. The secret has been exposed. The killer has been stopped. And for the first time in a year, they can breathe again. Life begins moving forward. The nightmare fades into memory. At least that's what they hope. Because horror movies have one rule. The past rarely stays buried. And sometimes the things we fear most return when we least expect them. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments.